โอ้มาเต็มเลยมาในซูมมันจะรอดไหมไม่เป็นไรเข้ามาก่อนอันที่เราบอกเข้าผ่านซูมได้นะ So there are a few minutes before we start. If you have got any questions, you can ask me. Yes. uh, for the presenting your result or anything like that, you can do the online class as well if you want to. Because in the project 1, 2, and 3, we will need you to present your result and tell the story, and that will be kind of slot for each team. So in that case, participating on site or online will be possible. But yes, but for the first 5 weeks, we are encouraging you to come on site. This is to make sure that you really understand how to do things. Should be on site. Sorry.
First 5 on site.
Yes. 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 Because it's kind of a project based after that. After this 5 weeks, it's going to be project based. Yes. I would like to really make sure that you know how to do things before you separate to do things. Yes, excellent. Yeah. Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second sessions of the data management and analysis course. And last week, many of you might not did not come. That's all right. Please catch up in the My Course wheel. In the first week, we already posted the course syllabus and also the Zoom record of last week content. And we will do the recording in every session, and we will post it back into the My Course wheel every time. So this is how this course is going to be like. And the first 5 weeks, we are encouraging you to learn on site, in person, because I would like to make sure that you have got your teams to support you, because the course content might be new to you. And if you learn alone in your bedrooms, or you not really full concentrations onto the course content, later on you might get kind of confused and frustrated without anyone around you. That is not a very good experience of learning, I believe. So I would like the first 5 weeks for you guys to really come in person on site, so that we can learn and have a good time together. And from week 6 onwards, we are going to have the project 1, and another 3-4 weeks later, project 2, and another 3-4 weeks later, project 3. Altogether, we have got 3 projects for a group to deliver. And that is the group work, and we also have got the peer evaluation as well. Okay, good. And each group, we expect to have got around 9 people. And of course, the ideal number is 9 people minus or plus 1 person. So 8, 9, 10 will be the number of the people in a group. Okay, very nice. Who came last week? Please raise your hand. Okay, very nice. One person. What about you? You look very familiar. Oh, sorry. You are right. Who came last 2 weeks ago? Last sessions. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, very nice. Okay, good. Very nice. Okay, thank you. I was not clear. Okay, good. Okay, quite a few people came last sessions, and in the Zoom. Okay, although you did not come, you don't come in the Zoom in person. Please also participate. And if you have got some time to spare, please come to the on-site so that we can enjoy the class together. โอเคนะครับ As we instruct last week, because some of your friends did not come, the class will really start at 1:15 so that you can avoid the traffic jam at the lobby, that the elevator is always full and you feel really nervous that you will miss the beginning of the class. So make things easier, just start the class at 1:15. Okay, and the structure of the class will be start at 1:15 and then we learn for about an hour. So 2:15 we will finish for the first half for a coffee break or refreshment break, and then the class will start the second half at 2:30 and then we'll run until 3:30. And I believe that the class should dismiss around 3:30. And if you have got any problems, any concern that you'd like me to take a look at, please stay behind because I will attend to that person or that group until the last person leave the room. And I believe that it will be around 4 o'clock. So this is how the structure of each session will be. Do you like it? Yes, okay. So thank you very much for enrolling to this course. And for the teaching team, Ajahn Smith, Ajahn Obes, yes, and the TA, Kun Ekasit or Kun Khan will be always on standby to help you. So do not be shy to ask for help. Raise your hand so that we can attend to your request. Okay, ครับ Let's talk about the things that we discussed last week. This is a quick recap. We did 3 types of charts. We made 3 types of charts last week. What were they? 3 types of charts last week. What were they? Bar chart. What else? Line. And what else? Pie chart. Very nice. Okay, who can help me? Okay, what is your name? Kat, and your full name?
It's a Vietnamese name.
No problem.
Okay, so it is got to Viet.
Okay, your full name, because we have got a participation score as well, so that we can give you some score during your participation. So I ask you your nickname for me to remember you better, and for the full names for the scoring. Okay นะครับคุณขันนะ and คุณขัน will take a look at the roster so that he can give you score. Right. So thank you very much for your answer. Okay, but that answer is pretty easy for you, Kat. Kat, can you tell me more about bar chart? The question is, when would you use bar chart? When would you use bar chart?
So I think yeah, like a lot of information.
Yes.
Like we have, how can I say, categories.
Categories.
Yeah.
That's the keyword. Very
Yeah,
good.
and we want to represent them to compare like among these categories.
Okay, very nice. Please give a big hand to Kat. Yay, very good. Good. Bar chart is very good for representing data that come in categories like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and you represent those the values of those things in the length of the bar. Okay, that's it when we would use bar chart. And for the line chart, can anyone help? When would you use line chart? Can anyone help? Volunteer? Okay, thank you. Okay, please tell me about your nickname and full name.
My name is Prod.
Broad, yes, thank you. Can
And-
you hold the microphone? Okay, and when you use bar chart, when you line chart, you use it when you would like what?
My full name is Panchiwa Nirutikun, and you use line chart or
A line.
a line chart when you want to see trends.
When you want to see trend, very good. Please give a big hand to โปรด ครับผม very nice. Thank you. That's very nice. Okay, the line chart represents the values, the trends that get changed over time. So line really good for time. When you would like to see how the things get changed over time. Very nice. And the other one, the last one, the name is pie chart. And you make the things in segments. And okay, when would you use pie chart? Yes, okay, please let me know your name, nickname.
My name is Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Yeah. So basically, it's just when you see the market share. Oh,
Share, right?
yeah.
Good.
That's what I do with the graph.
Okay, very good. Please give a big hand to Cosmo. Yeah. And his full name is?
Cosmo.
Full name also Cosmo.
Cosmo Miller.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. That's correct. When we would like to show the data in many categories, but those categories combine to make a whole. Like 100%, we use pie chart, like market share, like the proportions of audience in our platform. Okay, very nice. But the tricky thing is, how are we going to make those charts with Excel? Because it is the most, I think the basic tools that we need to learn first before we use the AI to help you analyze things, because this is the fundamental application. Okay, so let's do the quick recap together. Last week, we also learned about these formula. And I believe that many of you, very normal, already forgot or almost forgot about what these formulas means. So this is time to do the recap together. Okay, we did the sum if, average if, and count if. Please don't get scared yet, okay? It is very easy. Okay, let's do it together again. One round, from start to stop, from beginning to end. Whenever we have the data set, the first thing that we need to do is to take a look at the data set. Remember, count the number of columns. This data set has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, and each column has its own header. And the header tells us what the data are about. Okay, we have got date, platform, engagement, reach, and followers, and post type. Remember, last week, the first activity is we want to know the engagement number by platform. It means that how each platform perform, how much engagement each platform gets. Right, so what we did is to write the name of the platform in the H column. Yes, and then we have to make the summation of the platform. So we use the first formula equal sum, open bracket, and then select the cell one by one until finish. And it has around 24 or something time that the Facebook get recorded by its engagement. Okay, so we have to do it one by one. And of course, it takes time and patience, right? But this is the first basic formula. And the number that we get in that cell is the total of engagement. The total number of the engagement from Facebook. Okay, remember? Next, what we did next is the Instagram. But this time, we found out the better formula, which is sum if. Sum if is very clever. We don't have to select each cell one by one, but we already know that the name of the platform is already in one column, and the number that we want to get is in the other column. So there are two columns that we would like to match, right? So this is the sum if structure. Sum if open bracket and the column that you are going to look for some words. And if the cell match the words, you look at the value in the other column. And you please make the summation for me. Right, so the cell will return you with the result, which is the total number of the engagement or things like that. So in the human language again, this formula means look through column A. If any cell in column A equals, for example, TikTok in the quotation and case sensitive, then add up the value in the column B for me. Easy, right? So for example, can you show this in the normal? Okay, ครับไม่เป็นไร Okay, because some of the students at the back cannot see the backboard, the whiteboard here. So if, for example, if cell A equal TikTok, B1 equal 100, and A5 equal TikTok, and B5 equal 200. So the result will be 300. Okay, so this is what we learned last week. Okay, next. This is for the total of something. But if we would like to do the calculation for average, what does average mean? It means the summation of something divided by the number of times that you make the sum of that things, right? So this is the average. But we make it kind of advanced. We will do the average if the word match with something. Like average if column A match with the word Facebook. If it doesn't match with the word Facebook, just skip. And if it match, then we add the value in column B as an average for me. So this is the average if means. Okay, so this is very nice. So we have got another column, something like that. So, okay, let's do the line bar chart. Let's do the bar chart for the sum of Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. To do the bar chart, we select the label first, which is the name of the platform in this case, and the value in the other columns. Then you go to Insert and look for chart, which is stack, bar, right, the bar chart. And then you got the bar chart right away. And then you can change the name of the chart into things that you like. In this case, engagement by platform. Okay, this is what we did last week. Next, the second graph is the line chart. Line chart is things that we would like to show in value that change over time. Okay, very simple. What is very good, Cosmo? What we have to look at is the date because it's part of kind of time. Not it's time in a way, right? Okay, time is its date. So we have to write down the time, blah, 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 in a lot of rows. Okay, and we would like to know the engagement that change for when the time change, right? So the other columns next to the time, we have to calculate. Okay, in average from that row to the other row. We use the sum if column A match with the date there and comma, add up the value in column C, and then you get a number straight away. And then you copy the whole formula until you get the last row. All right, don't worry, it will get recorded. Okay, okay, put until the end. Okay, good, right? So this is what we did last week. And then we are going to make the line chart from this table. We call it table because it has got two columns and with different rows, quite a lot of rows. Okay, cover those two columns, go to insert, go to line and select the first one that you see on the top. Okay, that is the line chart. Activity 2 done. Here. Okay, activity 3, very simple. We would like to count the number of times when we post video, count the number of times when we post text, count the number of times when we post story onto our social media campaign, because we would like to know that what are the proportions is like for this content type in our campaign. So we have to count. If you don't know the formula, you will just count and put the number into the cell. But now we know the formula, count if. So it means that please count in row in column A. If it match or if it equals to the word video, then return me with the number of times that the word video appears in column A. So by this magic, you don't have to really count. You ask the computer to count for you, and that made the human error get minimal. Okay, good. Very easy. And then you would like to make what? Pie chart. So you cover that table. And then go to insert, go to pie chart, select the first one, then you get it. Very simple. Okay, you like it? Yes, very nice. So this is the end of the session that we did together last week. Very beautiful with these 4 very powerful formula. So I would like you to pair or talk with your friends who sit next to you, because we are going to do some quick quiz, but it's going to be very relaxed. I will do the wheel of name spinning, and if your name appear in the screen, then you have to come out in front of the class and explain what does each formula mean in a human language. And also, I would like you to take your tutor with you in front of the class so that you will not be alone. Take your tutor with you so that you will not be alone. Even you are not so confident, you can ask your tutor. So please pair up as a group or something like that so that you have to make sure that your friend understand what does each formula means. Okay,ครับ? Please spend about 10 minutes to explain to your friends so that your friends understand what each formula means. Okay,ครับ? Take your time. Please take this time to consult with your friend to make sure that you understand what this formula means, or if you are already able to explain, please make sure that your friend know how to explain.
make it simple, it's to calculate the sum if the value, I mean the condition is met.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. both
Thank
of you.
you. Yeah.
Yay. Simple, isn't it? Okay. Who is going to be the third volunteer? Volunteer. Bro, I know that you can do that. You can do explanation, but you already got the score, so you refrain yourself from being the volunteer. Yes, I know your eyes show that I can be the volunteer, but you will allow your friends to get a chance, right? Okay, what about you? You can be the volunteer as well, I think. Try. Okay, good. Yes, please give a big hand. Yes. Okay. We only have 3 and 4. Okay, which formula you would like to explain to the class, and who is your tutor so that you feel more confident? กูเลยนี่ชื่ออะไรครับผม What's your name?
ยี่หวา
Iwa. Okay, and what's your name?
G.
G. Your full name, please.
ชิตารัตน์พุชาเชกุล
Titarat na. And your full name, please.
Sitharada.
Tarada. Okay, good. Okay. The formula number 3 or 4?
3.
3. Okay.
Okay, so the A, column A, it means that we choose the column A and we choose that the word Facebook on the column A only. And the B, column B, it means the value that the average that we're gonna find, it's from column B.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you. And very nice. Very simple. Who is going to be the next? Please come in front of the class because our microphone line is too short. Okay. Very nice. The fourth and the last formula for today recap. Okay. What's your name? Who is the volunteer? Who is the tutor? Your volunteer. Full name, please.
ชมเพลินอัครเสรณี
ดากีรติกาค่ะ
Viratika. Okay, very nice. Okay, please hold the microphone and please explain this formula.
so count if is like this one is when you select the row and then this one is like they will count how many words like the words in this
In
this word
column.
yeah how many words in this column is
Okay, very good. Please
Yeah.
give a big hand.
yeah
Thank you. Very nice. Okay, thank you very much. So the Excel formula is not that difficult if you learn it proper way. You don't have to do randomly. You just have to know the basic structure and then you can be the advanced user of Excel. Okay, and making a graph is not that complicated either. You need the table, select a table well, and then insert and select a chart that you like. Okay, very nice. So today we are going to do something that is more advanced, which is pivot table. Pivot table. Have you heard this word before? Not yet? Okay, no worry. You don't have to learn, you don't have to know it before this class. But before doing the pivot, let me tell you about something that also important. When you are the social media strategist or you are the communications professionals, always, as I said, we have to make our decision based on not only the instinct or experience, we have to make our decision based on data. So that's why we can have the data-driven campaign. Next is where we can get the data from. Okay, we can get the data of our social media performance from maybe Facebook Insights. If you are the owner of the Facebook account page, you can get the Excel sheet or CSV sheet from the Facebook Insights or from YouTube Insights. Am I right? And also you can get the data from your team member who are working in the department of marketing or accounting, so that you know about not only the number of the engagement, but you also know how much production costs for that content creation, how much cost that you use for that content, for advertising or any other cost. So you have to combine the data from many sources. Moreover, you can also talk to your team member in sales department to know that when you launch these campaigns or post these messages, how much sale you got at the end, the conversion rate. So in this case, you might need to talk to your sales department member and how many people really visit the store after this post. So these are the source of the data. Moreover, maybe you can also ask the research company to collect the data of the audience for you as well. So this is where you can get the data from. Okay, good. Next, I would like you to do this before we move on to the next workshop in pivot table. I would like you to form a group of 8, 9, and 10 people. The ideal number of people in a group is 8 plus and minus 1. So the ideal number is 9. Sorry, the ideal number is 9 and then plus and minus 1. So it will be 8, 9, and 10 people in a group. In this session in particular, there is no assignment for the group to deliver, to submit. No worry. We just form the group of learning first, a group of learning community first. And in week 6 onwards, maybe you will use this group for the project completion, and the member maybe from this week will be the same member in the next week as well. But roughly, I would like to start forming the group from this week onwards. But anyway, week 3, week 4, and week 5, you can change the member in your group so that in week 6, you will be really find a good group for you, group member for you. So it's kind of open relationship for now. Yes. Okay. So please let me make sure that you will not get left alone in the class for today. Please take a look at the Excel sheet and put your group name and at the 3rd column. I know the group name will be very difficult. So maybe you can just assign some symbols for your group for now, maybe 11111 or maybe Z for the group name, so that you know that you are in the same group with these people. Okay, good. Okay,ครับ. So we will take some time for the group to form, and I think we will be able to take some refreshment break as well. So form a group for 5 minutes and then for another 15 minutes for refreshment break. And we will come back to start our pivot table workshop at 20 past 2. Okay, 20 past 2 from this clock. You just join the line group. Okay, no problem. Kun Khan will add more files. Maybe good. Thank you. So be relaxed, form the group, and then go to toilet, find something to eat, and come back at 20 past 2. Good. And for the person, for the people in online, make sure that you add your name, your group name. I mean, you type your group name in the the Excel or Google Sheet, the Google Sheet, right? Okay. Please make sure that you have got the group to belong to, and you can also group with your Zoom friend, so that you will have got another break room to discuss things if you like. Okay, welcome back to the second half of the second session. Before we take the break, we learn about how to make graph that we learned last sessions, and we learned about the formula. But this, and also where we can get the data from if we are really the social media data analysts. So in this second half, we will try something that is more advanced, which is called the technique. The technique is called pivot table. And you know what? If you put the word pivot table into your resume, that you can perform pivot table analysis, your resume will be shining a lot. Yes, because it is the the technique that many companies are looking for, the person who can do that, who do this. Okay, good. So, and why we need the pivot table, and why company need a pivot table? Because if you use the pivot table, you don't have to remember all of these complicated formula at all. Really? Because the pivot table can do this thing for you. It make the table without using this formula. But Achan, why do you have to teach me this formula? Because it is the fundamentals. That's why I have to teach you how to do that. But with this pivot table, you can, I don't want to say forget about the formula, okay? It's faster way to work. And when you get the table, of course, the table make sure that you are ready to make the chart. You cannot make the chart with the raw data. No, we don't do that. We make the chart from the table. So the pivot table will help you a lot. Okay, good. Next, please. Then, now we are going to do the demo for you. Please take a look and also do along if you can. You can use the Excel or the Google Sheet. I will help you by explaining 2 times how the Excel will work and how the Google Sheet works with this kind of technique. Okay, first thing first, let's take a look at the first activity. The instruction in the My Course Wheel, second week, basically, I think, honestly, it is very clear. You can even be able to do it on your own. But as I promised to you, anyway, I will perform the live demo for you, and we will do this course as step-by-step instruction kind of approach. But anyway, if you would like to repeat the step again, no worry. In the My Course Wheel, the instruction is very clear. Okay, ครับ and I will take the Zoom record back into the My Course Wheel as well. First thing first, please download the data set. Please download the data set. Then you get the Excel sheet, or you can use the sheet opened with the Google Sheet if you like, if you don't have the Excel. Okay, but you know, I recommend Excel. Okay, good. The first good practice when you get the data set, any kind of data set, the good practice is to make sure that you make yourself familiarize with the data sets. Okay, good. So how many columns are there in this data set? Any volunteers? 9 columns. Okay, good. 9 columns. What are they?
So we have 9 columns. We have campaign ID, platform, content type, date, engagement, reach, budget, campaign again, and industry.
Okay, very nice. And it looks that when you get the data set, you have to also, thank you very much. Please give a big hand to our first volunteer for the second session. Very nice. Then you have to imagine how these headers or columns will give you good information. It can give you the idea about the platform and the engagement for each platform and the reach from each platform as well. Okay, that is going to be very interesting for our campaigners. Okay, good. So you get yourself familiarized with the data set. Very nice. Okay, so for the column, already done. And for the rows, okay, how many records do we have for this data set? Records. Record means the number of row minus 1 for the header. Okay, can anyone give me answer? What is your full name again? Kun Khan, can record it.
Cat.
Cat and full name.
Wu Cat.
Okay, you already get her recorded. Okay, very nice. Who can give me the answer? How many records do we have in this data set? How many records? Okay, Cosmo again.
200
200.
probably.
How do you know that?
Just look
Just
at,
scroll down.
yeah, just scroll down and look.
Yes, just scroll down and look at the number
Yeah.
of the rows. You saw 201. Yes, and there is only one row for the header, so it means that we have got 200 records. Okay, good. Next, when you scroll the data set, you have to take a look at the data in the cells as well, if they are complete and clean or not. For example, sometimes the data is not as clean as you expected, because sometimes the Facebook spell in a incorrect way. Sometimes TikTok spell in a very random way, like T with a capital, and sometimes another thing is not capital, YouTube with Y and T capital, sometimes just only U, and that's why that's capital. The only, so it's kind of very random like that. So you have to check if your data set is nice and clean. The date is correct pattern or not, format or not. Okay. But from what you see on this data set, it's pretty and ready to work with. So it's a peace of mind for the data analyst. Okay, very nice. Okay, the activity one. Please take a look at the My Course view. Activity number one. Your boss, your client asks you to do something that you have to really be clear. He or she asks you, hey, find out which social media platform gives the best engagement for our campaigns. Oh, this is a very good mission. There are keywords in that instructions. You have to look for the column. What are the columns that you have to pay attention to? Platform. Okay, you have to take a look at the column platform. And what is the another platform, another column that you have to really pay attention to? Engagement. Right. Because your boss asks you to get the result from these two columns. Find out what social media platform gives you the best engagement for our campaigns. So very easy. I already gave you step-by-step instructions. Okay, very nice. Platform and engagement. If you want to do the formula way, do that. But today we are going to do pivot table. In the formula like that, you have to be very careful where your cursor or cells is placed, because the result will be returning into the cell that your cursor is located, right? But for the pivot table, you can place your cursor anywhere in the data set. It doesn't matter, because the pivot table will be in another sheet of Excel. Okay, so no, don't worry about the cells. Okay, now we are going to insert pivot table. Insert pivot table in Excel. Okay, insert pivot table. And you can see that the selection will just skip the header. In this case, you have to make sure that the cover has to be really covered the header until the last row of the sheet. This is very important. You have to cover the header until the last row of the sheet. This is for the Excel. And when you finish, make sure you put to, you request the computer to make the new worksheet for you and click OK. This is for Excel. But if you work with the Google Sheet, the pivot table is in another set of menu. Okay, let's take a look at the Google Sheet. Please show the Google Sheet. This is the Google Sheet. Okay, so you go to File, where? You go to insert and look for pivot table. Go to insert and look for the pivot table in the drop down menu. This is for Google Sheet. Insert and look for the pivot table. Click on it and click on the select the range. So you have to select from the sheet 1A1 until the last column of the last row, the last row of the last column. And make the pivot table in new sheet. And click create. Okay, this is how the pivot table get created in Google Sheet. Yes. This is what program? iPad, Google Sheet in iPad. I can't find it either. Sorry, maybe it kind of advanced feature, so it's not on the iPad yet. That's why we make a group. So that okay, if you use iPad and sometimes the iPad version of Excel or iPad version of the Google Sheet don't show the menu. First of all, I know you will be quite frustrated, but we have friends in our group. So you don't have to perform anything. Just look at your friend, how she or how he do things. And make sure that you also understand what he or she is doing. That's why we have friends. That's what the friends are for. Okay, good. Good. Now, yes. This is, you already covered the whole things. Okay, next new table. Good. And then the new sheet is separate. Yes, that's. Okay, good. Sorry that sometimes the interface are quite different from one computer to another computer. Okay, good. Now we have got a totally new sheet for the Excel. This is in the Excel. For the Google Sheet, please wait for a moment. Okay. The column that we are paying attention to are platform and engagement. Am I right? Yes. Okay, good. I would like you to drag the platform. Okay, look at this. This is the window for pivot table field. You have to look for the word platform and drag the platform to rows. Drag the word platform to row. Okay, then the platform names appear in this table. Easy, right? Very easy. You don't have to type anything. Just drag and drop. Next, for Excel people, please keep attention. Please, I need your attention. Next thing is I need you to drag the word engagement into value. Then the value of the sum of engagement will appear here. Easy, right? Very easy. You don't have to type the word Facebook, Instagram, or anything, and you get the sum of engagement right away. Very nice. So now you are ready to create a bar chart. Yes. Now you are ready to create a bar chart. To create a bar chart, very simple. Just cover the area and go to Insert. Go to Bar Chart and click on the first one on the top left, and then change the name of the chart to Total Engagement by Platform. Okay, this is for the Excel. Very easy, isn't it? Next, come back to Google Sheet. Okay, for Google Sheet, people, come back to Google Sheet. You already have the pivot table in the new worksheet. You will do the same thing. You would select platform. You select platform and drag it into the row. Very simple. This is for Google Sheet. Drag the platform to row. Same thing, but just different interface. And drag engagement to value, or in Thai, ค่า. Okay, very nice. Very easy, isn't it? And then you get the table. Very simple. How to make the bar chart in Excel? In Google Sheet, very simple. Just click Insert and Charts. Then you get the chart. Don't be surprised. By default, it will be pie chart. But on your right-hand side, you can see that you can change the chart type from pie chart to bar chart. Very simple. And when you get the chart, you can rename the chart. And this time, I would like you to name it as Engagement by Platform. Is it simple? Very good. Very good. Are you happy? Yes, very good. And you have to write some report to your boss. Your boss asks, okay, what platform gives us the most engagement? Now you can tell him or her very clearly that. What platform? TikTok. Very good. So next time, if our social media campaign has to be on again, don't forget to include TikTok in our social media campaign as one of the platform. Okay, very clear, right? Very nice. Are we ready to do the activity too? Not yet? Okay, I will let you explore things that you like for another 5 minutes, and then we will move on to the second activity. Remove the grand total. This is for Google Sheet in use grand total, but for Excel, it no one's for. Just delete the grand total. It is not useful. Because grand total is not one of the category. No. Hey, that look nice. หันไปดูนักเรียนข้างหลังเด็กวิชา Okay, who is using Google Sheets? Who is using Google Sheet? I need to see your hand. Okay, very nice, very nice. You can see that if you use Google Sheets, there are 5 bars rather than 4 bars for 4 platforms. What is the bar that you don't need? Sum, the grand total, you don't need. Right. So how are we going to remove the sum or grand total from our chart? Very simple. Just click, untick this one, show total. You have to untick the grand total. So you will get the bar for 4 platforms. So it's neat and clean. Where? Okay, click on the chart and untick show total. Untick show total in the row. Now, somewhere outside, and then โปรเจกต์ใช่เดี๋ยวโปรเจกต์1 2 3ถูกต้อง A good practice. Okay, another good practice is I would like you to always give the good name for the chart that you create. So this time you rename it to total engagement by platform. Very nice. Okay ครับ and the next activity number 2. Please take a look how your boss asks what your boss would like you to do. Your mission is discover which types of content, video, image, carousel, or story work best for engagement. So from these instructions or missions, what columns that you have to pay attention to in your data set? The type of content, yes, and another column is engagement. Very good. Okay, let's do it together. We will do the same thing. We are going to create a new pivot table because we still want the first graph. Right, so go back to our first sheet, the X data set. Okay, when you go back to the first sheet in the Excel, look at the tab. Look at the tab. Here, this is the this is the sheet number 1. Okay. How are we going to create the pivot table? Remember? Go to insert. Create another one for activity 2. Insert and click pivot table and make sure that you cover the whole area, including the header. And select new worksheets and click OK. And then you will get a new worksheet as pivot table. And you are now really ready for making the table. You want the name of the content type in the row. So the content type is the thing that you have to drag into row or value. Row. Yes. Drag the content type to row. Then you get the name of the content type, carousel, image, story, and video without any typing necessary. It will automatically appear in the row. Okay, the next column, your boss asks you, which content type work best for our engagement? So this column need to be engagement value, right? Engagement value. So engagement needs to be dragged to value. Okay, very easy, very easy. For the Google Sheet people, please hold on. Okay, now we get the sum of engagement quite a lot. We are happy. But you would like to add one more value, one more metric to your campaign engagement to propose to your boss that, boss, please also consider reach because rich is another number that we also need to take into consideration. Without rich, maybe the engagement might be lower. So let's take a look at the rich number. Okay. Good. Next, I would like you to also drag the rich into the value. Okay, very nice. Apart from that, this is very simple. Am I right? Very simple. Just drag, drag, drag. What you learn from these draggings are you can create more column by drag things from here into the value. This is what you learn, right? Okay. The column can be created by dragging the header into the value. Moreover, I would like to add one more kind of interesting thing into this pivot table learning. Here is the sum of engagement. But sometimes we don't want the sum because we also would like to know the average. On average, how Kuroso perform, how story perform on average, not in total sum, not in a total. So we have to, if we are using the formula, we have to use the average formula. But in the pivot table, very simple. Right click on the sum of engagement, right click, and then look for the word or command, what we call it command, value field setting ... When it has the word ... it means when you click on it, it will ask you for more information. It will ask you, hey, what you want me to do? What kind of value that you want? Sum? You said, no, this time, average. Click average and click OK. And then sum of rich. When you calculate something, it has to be in the same type of calculation if you need to compare, right? So right click, field, and go to average and click OK. Very nice. So this table is ready to make bar chart. But this time, you know what? We have got two values to compare for one thing. Two values to compare for one thing. We are not going to use simple bar chart anymore. We are going to use cluster or group bar chart. I hope that you are following me. Okay, so from this table, go to insert, go to charts, and now you have to select the third one on the first one on the third row. This is the cluster bar chart or group bar chart. Yay. So you can see the very nice. Yes, I can repeat it for you. No problem. Okay, this is the final output. Okay, we will do it again. Okay, where that you would like me to repeat from? Okay, average, this is perfect. Very nice. And we got something like blank as well. Okay, no problems. Go to insert. Go to insert. Insert, select bar chart. And bar chart, the first one. The first one, bar chart, and first one on the third. Okay, very nice. Maybe in the first sheet, we have got some kind of blank there. You just leave it like that, no worry. Okay, ครับ That is for the second activity performed on the Google. No, on the Excel. Okay, let's talk about how Google Sheet will work in the activity 2. Okay, now we will work with Google Sheet. For Google Sheet, same thing. We will go back to the first sheet. Go to the first sheet for our original data set. You can place the cells anywhere, your cursor anywhere, no problem at all. To create the pivot table in new sheet, you have to go to Insert and look for pivot table or ตาราง pivot. Click on it, then you get this. You have to select the first row to the last row and click OK to cover the whole area in your workspace. And then make sure that it is in new sheet and then click create. When you click create new sheet, you will get pivot table 3. It will look like this, quite different from Excel. Quite different from Excel, but don't be panic. It's just different, right? What is the column that you want? Content type. So you have to drag the content type to row. Content type to row. And for the engagement, you drag it to where? Where are you going to drag it to? Engagement to value. That's it. This is how we create extra column to the pivot table. Okay, and if you would like to add one more column, but this time is to show the sum of row. How are you going to do that? Very simple. You go to reach and drag it to row of value, reach, drag it to value. Very nice. Yay. Then you get another column for another type of value. Very good. And now you can see that this is the sum of engagement and the sum of reach. But if you would like to not using the sum, you want it to be average in Google Sheet, you can also do that. Select on the header, sum of engagement, and here from sum, you change to average. Good. And from sum of reach, you change to average. Pretty easy. And now, this table is ready to make chart, which is bar chart. But this time, the bar chart have to have got 2 bars for one category because it represents 2 types of values. So we are not going to use 1 bar, but we have to use a group of bars to represent one thing, one category. So go to insert, go to chart, and then you get the chart like this. This is the column chart for bar like this. Is it simple? It look complicated, but actually it's very simple. Yes. Yeah, I can repeat the process. Where did you lost? Oh, you already got it. Because actually same average of reach and average of engagement. Look the same, but just you don't have the title, you don't have the labels, legends. Legend is the small icon to represent things, but no, different places. Okay, when you get 2 bar to represent for one category, 2 bar for one category. Okay, good. Okay,ครับ. Thank you. So this is the activity number 2 completed. Yay, very good. Yay, please give a big hand to yourself. Yay. Okay, are you ready for our last activity? Activity number 3. Yes, okay. The last activity, activity number 3, we are going to look at our missions. The activity number 3, your mission is, hey, I would like you to identify if there are patterns in audience engagement over time. Oh, when you heard the word over time, what type of charts come into your mind? Line chart, very nice. Okay, Ajahn Obes, thank you very much. Okay, line charts have to come to your mind because it's about time and changes, right? And what are the columns that you have to pay attention to in your data set when you get this kind of mission? Of course, engagement, right? Engagement and time. Engagement and time. Okay, very nice. Engagement and time. Do we have got the word time in our data set? No, but it's come in a format of date. Very good. So we have to focus on the date column and engagement column. Okay. And if we also would like to propose that apart from engagement, we also have to pay attention to the reach as well. So you add another column for reach. Okay,ครับ. Let's come back to our data set. Yes, so sorry. In total, 3. One first column for the label, the second is for engagement, and the third is for reach. Okay, good. Now, we would like to create another pivot table. Okay, so we have to come back to our original data set in the sheet 1. Now we are working on the Excel sheet, sheet 1. You go to insert pivot table and then select the whole range, including the header, and then make sure it's new sheet and then click OK. Then you get another worksheet. Very nice. You are ready. Now you have to pay attention to date. So the date have to be in our row or value. Drag the date to rows, correct. Date to rows. And engagement to values, correct. And reach to value again. Very nice. And this time, are we going to do average or sum? It doesn't matter. So maybe we can just make it as sum. Okay, good. Okay, sum of total engagement, sum of the reach. So now we get 3 columns. Very nice. Very nice. Then this table look kind of ready to make line chart. So let's make line chart together. Where you need to go, insert and line chart. And first one, then you get the line chart. But Ajahn, look at our mission again. Our mission is to identify if there are patterns in audience engagement over time. Ajahn, from this line chart, I can't see any patterns. I just see only 2 lines. One is the orange, the other one is blue, and both of them going down. I can't see the pattern because the pattern means we can see things keep repeating itself for several times. This is the name of the patterns. What should I do? Okay, it's very simple. Maybe we can adjust the scale, look closer into things. Maybe we can see the patterns. So in this case, look at this plus sign. Plus sign. Click on plus is like zoom in. Plus, click in and scroll down a little. Scroll down and click on the plus sign again in the October. Wow. Do we see any patterns here? Yes. We can see that. Oh, there are 2 lines. One is for engagement, the other for the reach. You can see that the engagement, the lower one, the fluctuations is there, but it's not as fluctuated hugely as the reach. Yes, this is what we can see. And you can also see that the pattern is like when the reach go up, the engagement also go up as well. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peaks in this kind of graph. And also there are some valleys as well. But no worry, we will just focus on the peaks. There are 4, 5 peaks that we have to take a look at. And we have to analyze why reach get peaks on that period of time. Maybe we post something very, very interesting. Or maybe we add some money into boosting that post. Or maybe we have got very special promotion for that. Or maybe it is kind of holidays or weekends. So we have to analyze into more details so that we can find what things that we need to do next. So, but the question is very simple. If there is any patterns, we say yes. Okay, good, right? So this is the pivot table making from using Excel. You like it? Yes, it really makes more sense. Not only just number, it's now visualized. Okay, come back to the Google Sheet. Google Sheet. Very simple. You get the Google Sheet. So you have to go back to the first original data set on sheet number 1. Okay, go to insert and look for the word pivot table. Click on it. Make sure that you cover the whole area. Okay, you can cover the whole area by click on this one. But if you already know that this is already correct, so just leave it like that and new sheet and click create. And click create. After you click create, the new pivot table sheet appears. Then remember what header should go to row. Do you still remember? Date, correct. Go to date, click date and drag to rows. Correct. And then the engagement and reach go to values. Correct. Very nice. And you can leave it as sum of reach and sum of engagement. It doesn't matter. You don't have to go to change it to average or anything like that. Now, this table look ready to make line chart because it has time and value, right? So go to insert, go to chart, click on it, and then you can see that the line chart look like this. Click on the line chart. But the what you call, the values of the maximum is too high so that we cannot see anything much. So we have to adjust the maximum value. Click on the things here, click on here and change the maximum number of the vertical axis from okay, for the minimum is 0 and the maximum is maybe 150,000. Yes. Yes, very nice. Oh, that is not enough, maybe 180,000. That's not enough either. So sorry, so just try. Okay, so in this case, it's quite simple to make line chart either in the Google Sheet and in the Excel. And now it's time to make a report to your boss what this graph means. If you use your human power, you will need some experience and some analytical mind. So you have to take a look at these two lines and tell stories that, okay, there are two lines and each line has got, one is very fluctuated, the other one is less fluctuated, and there are 5 peaks, and the patterns is kind of keep happening again and again and again in a very specific timing. Ajahn, can we have got another tools to help us explain this chart? ChatGPT. Yes, that's another tool. But now I'm going to introduce you Jula Jenny. Okay, this is the Jula Jenny. G with the letter, I think it has to be lowercase. Jenny.jula.ac.th. Go to browser. And type jenny.jula.ac.th. It is very powerful, and use your Jula CUNet to log in and sign up. Good. Right. It's exactly like ChatGPT, and it's free. Okay, good. You collecting information, you mean? I think it analyze information is better. Analyze the chart like this. Ask questions, you can do that. Okay, but after you log in, you are ready, you are set. Capture the screen where the chart show. เกิดอะไรขึ้น Please wait for คุณขาน to log in. Okay, now you log in. The interface is very similar to ChatGPT. I think you're already familiar with it. So go back to the chart and capture the screen, copy and paste. Capture the screen. Very nice. Capture it and come back to the Jula Genie and Control V. Then the chart is there. Type the command. Please write two sentence observation in time periods. Okay, just type the prompt. So because your boss asks you to write about what do you see from this chart in the timing period, because it is kind of patterns over time, right? Please provide two sentence observations about timing patterns. Then you get the analysis. The graph reveals a consistent pattern of significant fluctuations in the sum of rich orange line, which exhibits large peaks and valleys throughout the time period. In contrast to the sum of engagement blue line that remains relatively stable and low. The ridge shows dramatic spikes that reach up to around 150,000 with notable variations occurring approximately every 2 weeks. Good. Suggesting potential periodic events or marketing campaigns that dramatically increase the audience reach. Very impressive. Please give a big hand to Jula Jenny and Kun Khan ครับผม Yes, very simple. This is how we work with AI. Do you like the approach? Good. So the class already finished here. I believe that this skill will make you shine because the pivot table skill is the skill that many employers looking for. Today, you can post your job that you can get in maybe freelancer that, okay, I can do the pivot table and let's see what response you get. Okay,ครับ. And the class finish here. If you would like to stay and ask me some questions, I will stay with you. And if you don't have got any questions, you can leave. Okay. Do you like this session? Yes. Okay. Hope to see you next time. Because next time we are going to work with the data set that has not cleaned yet, but we have to clean it before we actually perform our analysis. Okay, good. So thank you very much and see you next time. We are going to use AI as well. We are getting used AI more and more. ครับผมบ๊ายบายครับสวัสดีครับ Have a good time สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับเจริญโจ